Hello everyone and thanks for joining. So in this video we are going to do an end-to-end Pyspark project using a Databricks. In this video also we are going to learn how actually you can perform a ETL activity using a Databricks. As well we also have a couple of the requirement from a business. So what actually we are going to do, first we will try to understand the business requirement, how actually we do in a real time. Here also we are going to follow the same process. First we will try to understand the business requirement, then we will try to understand, we will try to think about the solution part, and then we will move for the practical lab part. Okay, before starting, if you are new in this particular channel, please do like, please do support, so that the more videos like this I will try to post it. Okay, so let us start with the business requirement first. So we have a data that is available into a Azure SQL database. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to perform some cleaning operation, we have to do some kind of the transformation over there, and finally we have to save this data into a Azure Data Lake Storage. Okay, this is nothing but a ETL activity. We have a data that is available into a SQL database. We have to clean the data and we have to store into the Azure Data Lake Storage. Okay, if I will show you the data, so this is the data which I have. I have all the outlet related information, their size, their location, their sales, every information I have. And if you see, a couple of the null values also coming, so we have to perform some cleaning operation, and finally we have to save into the our blob storage. So that is the requirement we have, means we are going to do a ETL activity using a Databricks. Okay, the second point is like business and data scientist people want to use this data, means after cleaning whatever the data we have, right, that data actually the data scientist people want to use, and they wanted to have this data in the form of CSV, means whatever the data you will save after cleaning, right, that should be available in the form of a CSV. Okay, so I hope the requirement is clear. Okay, what actually we are going to do, we are going to use a Databricks for this operation, and the challenging part is like first we have to connect from a Databricks to the Azure SQL database. Okay, and then we will see how actually we can perform a cleaning operation. Okay, and also we have to mount the Azure Data Lake Storage blob storage location also, so that finally after cleaning we can store there. Okay, so that is the challenging part, so that also we are going to see. Okay, now let us come to the second requirement. So second requirement is like we wanted to get some insight from the data. Okay, so requesting few KPI for that. Okay, so couple of KPI also the business has requested, and based on that we will also try to build a KPI and we will try to show that data to the business. Okay, so what kind of the KPI they wanted to have, they wanted to know what are the top outlet where the sales is happening more. Okay, the top outlet sales by location, top outlet sales by outlet type, is kind of the requirement which business has requested. So based on data we will try to provide that also. Okay, now business, I think the requirement is clear. Now we will think about the solution. Okay, now let us start with the practical lab parts. So first we are going to create a Azure SQL, and we will try to create a table and we will try to load our data. Okay, so I have a table information, all the structure, and also the insert query also, which I will share with you. You can also follow along with me. Okay, so let us open our the SQL. Okay, so once we will open the SQL, right, this will look like this. So first we will open the SQL database, or we will try to create a Azure SQL database. Okay, if you already have a SQL database, you can directly open that, but I am going to create that first. Create SQL database. Okay, select your resources, give your database name. So I am giving the database name as a POC database something. Okay, select your server. So I don't have a server, so I will first create a server. Give your server name, POC server. So this is the name I am giving. Okay, I will use the SQL authentication. Okay, so I will set up my admin login name and the password. Real time you already will be having a admin login name, password and all, so you do not have to do, but as of now we are doing right from scratch, so we have to do a setup. Okay, click on OK. Okay, now go down. Okay, so we are using for the development perspective, so we will use that. Okay, and after that the storage we have to select, so we are going to select only the basic. Okay, because we are using for the practical perspective, right, so you can see this much it will cost. Okay, click on the apply, and click on the next, and connectivity method. So I will give the public endpoint as of now. Yes, yes, next. Okay, start free trial. Click on the next, and I'll go with that. Click on the next, review and create, and click on the create. Okay, so after that your the SQL database will be created. Okay, after once it will be ready, you can see deployment, it is in progress. Once it will be ready, we will go for the creating a table and the loading a data. So we can see our deployment is complete, so we'll click on the go to resource. Okay, and okay, you can see here left side we have a couple of options, right? We are in the overview. Okay, after that what you have to do, first click on the set server firewall. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to add client IP. Okay, so this we have to add. Once you will add, click on the save. Okay, it is saved now, so we will go back and click on the query editor and just log in that. Okay, once you will log in, click on the OK. Okay, after that we will try to create a table and we will try to load that. So just copy and paste here, click on the run. You can see the query is running. The table should be created and the data should be inserted there. Okay, now you can see our query succeed. Okay, so this query I will give it to you also, you can also follow along with me. Okay, okay, now after that we have to see like our the table got created or not. So let us see, select star from outlet. Okay, if I'll click on the run now, you can see this is all the data we have. Okay, so you can see the couple of the null is also here, like, okay, so that kind of the cleaning also we'll do. Once our the source is now ready, okay, so our SQL is now ready. Okay, now meanwhile what we will do, we will also try to create a blob storage. Okay, so for that what we have to search, blob storage account. You can see, right, the storage account is coming. Click on that, click on the new browser, and we are going to create one blob storage account. That is our target location. So click on the storage account, select the storage account name. So I am giving the POC storage something. Okay, click on the next, 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 review, and then click on the create. Okay, after that the deployment is initiated. You can see now deployment is completed. Click on the go to resource and click on the container left side, you can see, right, and here only we are going to create our the target location. So click on the plus container and we will save as a target, or we can see the name as a outlet. Okay, in this outlet only we will try to save that. So click on the create. So this is the storage account which got created, and this will be our the final destination. As of now there is no data available here. Okay, only container. Okay, now we will move to the Databricks part, and first we will try to connect our SQL database, and then we will perform a cleaning, and then we will try to move the data into the Outlook location. Okay, so I logged in the community.cloud.databricks.com. Okay, what is the first step? First step is like you have to go to the compute, click on the create compute, and we have to create a cluster, and we will give the name as a POC server something. You can give any name here and click on the create compute. So 15 GB memory, that actually it will provide for the free. Okay, you can see the POC server, it is now in a progress. So this server will we have to create first. Okay, after that click on the left side, right, click on the create notebook. Okay, and here only we will try to write our Python code or the Pyspark code. Okay, so we will give the name as a outlet Pyspark project. Okay, okay, now my POC server computation is ready. So now let us see how actually we can connect to the SQL database. Okay, so this is the code we had to write. Okay, make sure you follow along with me so that you will not get error. Okay, so what we have to write, first we have to write df spark dot read dot format. We are trying to connect the JDBC connection, so you have to write the JDBC and then option, and then your URL you have to pass. After URL you have to write JDBC SQL server. Okay, after that you have to provide the server name. How actually you will get the server name? Go to your Azure SQL. Okay, we are in a POC server, right? This is the server we have created. We are in the overview page. You can see we have a server, right? Click on this server, copy this, and you have to paste into the server name. Okay, and after that the port name. Okay, so port name is 1433. Okay, so this you have to give. Okay, after that database name. What is your database name? So POC database which we have created, right? So this is the database. So I'll go here and the database I will pass this. Okay, and after that you can see dot option db table name. What is my table name? Table name we have created outlet, right? So this is the table name we have to provide, and after that you have to provide the user and the password. Okay, so I can't show you the password, so that's why I have passed the star star. So but let me pass the password and let me try to execute. Okay, and after that we will see how actually our data frame looks like. Okay, now you can see we are able to connect to the SQL database and we are able to fetch the data. You can see we are able to connect to the database and we are able to create a data frame also. Okay, now if I will show you the data frame, how actually it looks like. If I will do display df, you can see we are able to read our data frame. Okay, so our first step we have done it. Okay, now let us see how actually we can perform a cleaning operation. Okay, now comes to the cleaning part. So we have a couple of the cleaning which we have to perform. So we have a update outlet size column where all the small which is coming as a null. Okay, if I'll show you in the data. Okay, this is the data frame which we have. Okay, now you can see outlet size, right? Here we are getting the medium null. Okay, so whatever the null, right, we have to replace with a small. Okay, so let us try to see how actually we can do. Okay, now we will performing a cleaning operation. Okay, so what we have to write, we have to write df dot na dot fill, means we are replacing all the na with a, okay, on which particular column name is outlet size, right? So we have to write the outlet size. This is the column name you have to provide, outlet size. Okay, and with what value we want to replace the na? We want to replace with the small. Okay, so what actually it's happening, all the small value, right, it's coming as a null. Okay, so for that we are replacing that. So let me give df equal to the df dot na dot fill equal to the outlet size dot small. Okay, now let me execute. Okay, now if I will show you the data, display df, if I will do, the na should be replaced with the small. Okay, you can see whatever the null previously it was coming, right, in outlet side it got replaced. Okay, now similarly we have a couple of more. Okay, now you can see now outlet location type, right, whatever the null is coming, it should be replaced with the tier 1. Okay, how actually we can do that? The same code we have to write. So what I will write, df equal to the df dot na dot fill. Okay, open a bracket. Okay, in curly bracket, first you have to write your column name. So this is the column name, first I will write that. Okay, and after that what we have to write, or whatever the null is coming into the outlet location type, right, we have to replace with the tier 1. Okay, let me give in the string. Okay, now let me execute this and now let me show display df. Okay, now you can see whatever the null it was coming in outlet location type, it got replaced with the tier 1. Okay, similarly you can see item fat content, right, lf we had to replace with the low fat. Okay, so you can see in item fat content, right, we are getting lf also and we are getting the low fat also, so we have to do a replacement. Okay, so what we have to write, df equal to the df dot. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to do a replace. Okay, so what actually we will do, replace this item fat content, right? Okay, so what actually we want to replace, whatever the lf is coming, right? So this lf in this particular column. So first we will write lf, right? This lf we want to replace it. So first write lf and then comma, with what value you want to replace? We want to replace with the low fat. Okay, the low fat we have to replace, lf we have to replace with the low fat, and after that we have to pass the column name. What is our column name? Item fat content. This is the column name we have. Okay, okay, now let me execute this. Okay, and if I show you display df, you can see all the lf got converted into the low fat. Okay, now let us see how actually we can mount and we can store our data frame into the particular blob storage. So first let us see how actually we can mount the blob storage. Okay, so for that we will use a dbutils function. Okay, so what you have to write, dbutils.fs.mount. We are going to mount the blob storage and where actually we are going to save our file. Okay, so dbutils.fs.mount and then the source. Okay, and after that you have to write this and the container name. So let us see what is our container name. So go to the Azure portal. Okay, so this is my Azure portal. I will go to the my storage account, click on the storage account. Okay, and what is your the storage account name? This is the storage account, right? This is the storage account name. Okay, so this is the storage account name you have to pass here. Okay, and remove this curly braces. Okay, what is the container? Okay, so go here, go to the container. This is the container where we want to save, right? As of now if you will see there is no file. Okay, so what is the container name? Container name is the outlet, so you have to write the outlet. Remove this outlet. Okay, and then dot blob dot core dot windows dot net. Okay, after that we have to give the mount point. You can give any mount point. Okay, let me give mnt outlet and the one. Okay, any mount name you can give here. Okay, and then the configuration. So fs dot azure dot account dot key. Okay, after that you have to pass the storage name. This is my storage name, right? So that actually I have passed here. So I will go here. This is my storage name, right? So I'll just copy this, come here, and I will just copy this. Okay, then dot blob dot core dot windows dot net, and then you have to pass the access key. So go to the container. Okay, you can see here, right? Access key, come here, you have to connect, right? Click on the show, copy, and you have to pass that. Okay, so I'll just pass here. Okay, and after that you have to just execute. Once you will execute, if it is a true, then it is successful, otherwise it will give error. Okay, if it is mounted, then you will get as a true. Okay, so let's wait for that. You can see it is coming as a true, right? Means it successfully got mounted. If I show you dbutils dot fs dot ls and this particular location where we have mounted, right? Just pass that. Okay, if I will pass this, you will get the blank because as of now there is no file available there. Okay, now but we have one data frame, right, which we have cleaned. If I'll show you display df. Okay, this is the data frame where which actually we wanted to save there, right? So what you have to write, now let us see how actually you can save the data frame into the blob storage. So what you have to write, df dot write dot, okay, and dot options. So we will give header equal to the true, header equal to the true. Okay, and then dot csv, we want to save into the csv on that particular location. Okay, so what is the location? So we have mounted the location, right? So this is the mounted location. So what we will do, we will copy this. Okay, we will copy this and we will create one more container outlet. Okay, or any name you can give, folder where actually you want to save it. Okay, and slash. Okay, so what we are doing, we are writing our the data frame into the particular mounted location. Okay, if I'll execute this, it is succeed now. Let me go to the my blob storage. This is the storage account. Go to the outlet. You can see outlet 2 which got created, which we have done. Go to the part file. Go to the edit, and you can see this is the file which got saved, and this is the clean file. Okay, you can see all the low fat is coming, which whatever the LF we have converted into the low fat. Okay, the tier 1 previously it was not coming, now it is coming. So all the thing we have handled it. Okay, yeah, that's it in this video. I hope you liked it.